Hello, this is Tiana. Today we're going to be making a bookmark. This is a Tibetan style bookmark in an antique bronze color that I got from pandahall.com. You can see the really pretty patterning at the bottom, and it's on both sides. I like that. This is the part that goes in your book, and then here's where we're going to be putting our beads. You can of course use any kind of beads you like. I'll be using 3 sky blue bicones, 8mm, and I've also got some pretty little flower spacers to put in between, as well as some really small rounds. These are only about 3mm, and I've got 4 of those and 6 of the spacers. I'm also going to be using this cute little fairy pendant. And then the other supplies you're going to need to get the beads onto the bookmark is a very small length of tiger tail. This is only maybe 2-3 inches long. And then you're going to need 2 antique bronze colored crimp beads. Now all my metal beads are antique bronze. And as for the tools, the only tool you're going to need is a pair of flat nose pliers. Any flat pliers will work. I prefer chain nose because it gives me a little bit of control over what little spaces I can get into. But if you just have a pair of regular flat nose or anything, you can also use that. So to start off, we're going to take our little length of tiger tail and a crimp bead and slip it on just like that. Then we're going to take our pretty little fairy pendant and slip that on also. So it's going to look like that. After you've got it on, you're going to bend the tiger tail back up and around to your crimp bead. And then slip that crimp bead right over the top, so it's over both of those wires, like that. Hold on to the wire, slip it down a little bit further, so it's going to look like that. Before it gets the chance to go anywhere, take your flat nose pliers, very side up, and flatten your crimp bead with both of those wires in there. Just like that. So now you've got your fairy on your tiger tail, or whatever charm you would like to use. Now you can bead the rest of the tiger tail in whatever pattern you want. I like these little dainty beads, so I'm going to start with that. And then I put these little flower spacers on either side of my bicone. Like that. Another little round and spacer, bicone, spacer. And I'm just going to repeat that pattern till I get to the top. just like that. Then I'm going to finish it with that little round on top. Okay, so that's what the dangle from our bookmark is going to look like. Take the end of your tiger tail and you want to string it through the loop at the top of the bookmark. Oh, I'm sorry, before you do that you want to put on your crimp bead. So okay, after you got your beads strung, go ahead and put on the last crimp bead. And then put it through the loop on your bookmark. And we're going to do the same thing that we did at the bottom with this, which is we're going to bend the tiger tail back around. And this is kind of smaller, so I'm going to get my chain nose. One of the reasons I like using it, because I can get into small spaces. And I'm going to bend it back towards the crimp bead, if you can see that. And I'm going to get that end of the wire into the crimp bead. Now, if you can, get that wire as short as possible by tucking it far down into the beads that are already there. It just looks nicer that way. It takes a little fandangling, but you can get it. Then once you get that wire back in there, go ahead and smash your crimp bead. My little wire is hanging out a little bit, so I'm going to get a pair of wire cutters and just trim that off. There we go. So, here's our cute little bookmark. This is a really fun project. It makes a really great gift. And like I said, you could use any charm or any beads, any color you want. And it takes a very short amount of time to get it done, and when it's done it looks really great. So the bookmark is a Tibetan style bookmark, antique bronze, from pandahall.com.